doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you as well?
I'm fine. So we are working alone on the line.
Welcome,
Good
Savio.
evening. I just finished watching the first half of the match between Mali and Senegal. It's a good game of football. No, let me say, I saw a balanced first half. But the Somalians should have done better not to having that match in order from the field. Well, no, he really needed in this match. I know as they were lucky against Tunisia, winning Tunisia with 10 men. So I'm not saying it's not possible against Senegal too, but no, they were very lucky against Tunisia. But it's football, anything can happen. So maybe they can still find their way in the second half, and maybe luck can still working for them. It's a good game of football. And for Sadio Mane, watching Sadio Mane still playing like this, I really miss that old day. That memories of him being in Liverpool just came to my mind. I wish I can still come back to Liverpool, because the crop of players we have now, they can't even stand him at all. That's why I watch him. As I was watching him play, I so much enjoy his style of play. But he's still very fit. Even for the fact that the age is there, he's still playing good football. So I'm looking forward to a good match in the second half. All right, I'll call you back after.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, time check right about now. 5 minutes gone past the of 6. It's still the 9th day in the month of January 2026. A beautiful Friday evening right here in the studios of Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. We shall go play some beats right about now. And of course, when we come back, it will be everything second 45. Don't even move a muscle.
Debuting every Saturday, it's Mathematical 7. Oh yes, what time? 7:30 a.m. on the dot. Where? Of course it's Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM, terrestrial radio, and of course on our social media platforms. What's it about? It's a full range of sports and entertainment. Oh yes, what a complete package of goodness. We're doing this for you, our superb listeners. You're going to be astounded. Now you may ask me, what's on offer? There will be incredulous stories written by Mathematical 7, stories from his archives, and exclusive live and recorded conversations with sports personalities from around the world. Not only this, we will take a deep look into sports issues in Africa and beyond. This is the dot to dot, where once you connect the dots, you get the full picture of this new, exciting program. As usual, there's going to be great music from Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM. Come on, set your dial to this frequency. Stay tuned to Eagle 7 Sports Radio Station, 103.7 FM.
All the party way then they do for Lagos City.
You say Saturdays are for parties? Well, we say Saturdays are for sports.
Ronaldo! Absolutely incredible!
Join Donaldo, the big game player, every Saturday on Saturday Sports Zone. Get expert analysis and juicy sporting stories from Nigeria, Africa, and around the globe. Tune in from 12 noon to 4 p.m. on Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. When the mic is on, it's all about having fun. Sell your TV and buy radio. Radio just got more interesting with Donaldo, the big game player. Saturday Sports Zone, making your Saturday a splendid day.
Easy go. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní ibi gbogbo tí afẹ́fẹ́ ìkànnì bá fẹ́ dé. àfin tèmi ò nílò ìdánimọ̀ lọ́jà tó bá dọ́jà wọn á mọ̀ pé ó dọ́jà ni. Samuel Owóyẹmí fẹ́lẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ láyé lórúkọ tèmi. fẹ́lẹ́ ni gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí. ẹ ní gba pẹ́nátì lọ tróyìn o. ẹ máa pàdé mi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta.
Saturday láti aago méje alẹ́ 7 p.m.
lórí Pápá Plus ní ìkànnì yìí Eagle 7 Sport Radio 103.7 FM. wọn ò ní wo ẹ̀rọ VAR lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé yín o. tí wọ́n bá lọ wò ń kọ́ fún àǹfààní tiyín àti tèmi ló máa jẹ́ o. lóní wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ lóní wàrà ṣíṣà ẹ jẹ́ ká pàdé lórí ètò LPP lórí Pápá Plus lọ́sẹ̀ yìí.
Take flights with Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM, your ultimate sports destination. Experience the ultimate sports and entertainment radio station, Eagle 7 FM 103.7. We're not just a sports station, we're a movement. Stay on top of the game with live sports commentary and analysis, exclusive interviews with top outlets and sports personalities, in-depth coverage of local and international sports events. But that's not all. Music, entertainment, and lifestyle segments to keep you vibing. News, current events, and social issues discussions, unique shows and features that set us apart from the rest. Connect with us on X, Twitter at Eagle7FM 1037, YouTube at Eagle7FM, TikTok at Eagle7FM. Visit our website www.eagle7fm.com to stream live, catch up on your favorite shows, and stay updated on the latest sports news and trends. Join the Eagle7FM family. Follow us, share our content, and be a part of the conversation. Come fly with us.
This is the Eagle. Fly high with us. Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM.
Yeah, most definitely it's good to be back for the second 45 of this opposite encounter right at the Tangier Grand Stadium in Morocco. It's all about the quarterfinals of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. Yes, make that 46 minutes on the clock. And now both the teams have switched positions for the Senegalese playing from right to left, and for the Malians, rather for Senegalese playing from left to right, and for Malians playing from right to left. They are still donning the same jersey. For the Senegalese, a white shirt, a green shorts and white socks, and for the Malians, green and yellow shirt, yellow shorts and yellow socks as well. Quickly, the Gladiators are doing battle for both nations. For Mali, Djigui Diarra, Hamari Traoré, Abdoulaye Diaby, Ousmane Kamara, Nathan Gassama, Aliou Dieng, Lassana Coulibaly, Mamadou Sangare, Amadou Haidara, not forgetting Lassine Sinayoko, recorder for Yves Bissouma, the skipper of the team. He was sent off in the first of 45. Two bookable offenses, and for the Senegalese, Edouard Mendy, Malik Diop, for Moussa Niakate, Kalidou Koulibaly, Krepin Diatta, Pape Gueye, Idrissa Gana Gueye, Habib Diarra, Sadio Mane, Habib Diallo, and of course Iliman Ndiaye. This is still your champions at Dal Eagle 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. Welcome back for the second 45 of this opposite encounter. It has been said that in a game of football, there are usually no two equal halves. This is the ultimate football experience, a live commentary and analysis, our live coverage of everything the Africa Cup of Nations. I am your lead commentator, Donald Senna. Yeah, I am your lead commentator, Donald Senna, aka Donaldo, the big game player. Now, definitely the Malian starting like a house on fire. A beautiful coordination, beautiful passes being spread by the Malians. And now from the left-hand side into the penalty box. Wow, well caught by Edouard Mendy right there. Will not allow that one to slip off his hands and not allow Lassana Coulibaly to just have an easy tapping into the back of the net. For Mali, I recall that they reached the quarterfinals without winning a game in open play. A journal of 4 matches. They overcame Tunisia in the round of 16 after trailing 1-0, with the match ending level after extra time before winning 3-2 penalties. They are now appearing in the quarterfinals for the 8th time after also reaching this stage in 1994, 2002, 2004, 2012, 2013, and 2023. What a strike by the Senegalese at the penalty box. Another strike by Idrissa Gana Gueye, well parried by the goalkeeper. Djigui Diarra. We are definitely for the Senegalese. They know that this game is absolutely far from over. That was a terrific strike from outside of the box by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Make that a corner to the Senegalese from the left-hand side, Sadio Mane. Standing by this one, will he take it or leave it for Crepin Diatta? Well, for the sport fan who called and asked during halftime, Sadio Mane has got one goal in this tournament, so far so good. And of course, he has also provided 3 assists, making that 4 goals and assists at this ongoing Afcon. Still with the Senegalese in the half of the Malians, and now they lose ball possession to the Malians. The referee was definitely in the way of the Senegalese player right there. Quickly, the Malians lose ball possession again to the Senegalese. Now Senegal attacking inside the half of the Malians. Now to the left-hand side, Sadio Mane. A one-on-one with his marker. Talking about Abdoulaye Diaby. What will he do? Just a pass into the path of a player who was just running through on goal. But that was indeed a beautiful awareness, and of course, a good defending by Amari Traore. Pape Gueye was running through on goal. Once again, a replay of that strike by Idrissa Gana Gueye. Man knows that should have done better in that promising position. A replay of that attack by the Malians. That was indeed a fine strike from the left-hand side. And for Edward Mendy, he got the ball glued to his hands and not allowing it to just spill at all for Lassana Coulibaly to have an easy tap-in, just like a reminiscent of the goal that was scored by the Senegalese, scored by Iliman Ndiaye. And now Senegal attacking. Still with the Senegalese from right-hand side. Iliman Ndiaye finds his teammates. Still at the right-hand side. A man is brought down. Pape Gueye. Abongile Tom blows his whistle for a foul on. Pape Gueye. Recall Pape Gueye has already been yellow carded. That was a foul by Aliou Dieng on Pape Gueye. Aliou Dieng has now assumed the role of the skipper of the team after Vesbe Suma was sent off early in the first half. Maximum goal poacher, welcome for the second 45 of this encounter. What do you think that the Malians will be willing to do differently in this second 45?
They started what they ought to do. They need to forget the fact that they have been decimated from their number. They need to look past that. They need to look towards and remember how they did it against the Catholic Eagles of Tunisia. Because at this point, it is now or never. There's really, no way out of the situation like this other than for you to take the game to the opponent. Do the best in the early minutes of the second half. We saw how close they have come. So that's exactly what they should be doing right now. They should be taking every opportunity that comes their way, create opportunities that can lead to goal scoring situation. And also, while they're going about that, they must be wary of the Senegalese who know that look, this game is for taking at this point. So they will also know that the Malians maybe they might lose guard in terms of their line in the back. So they must be wary of that as well. If they can put this in check, why not? Perhaps the scoreline will be decent. But I still maintain my stance that this game is definitely won already by the Senegal, despite we still having well over 40 minutes to play.
Definitely, there's still a long way to go in this encounter. Now, Senegal attacking from the left-hand side. A man looking to whip in a crosser from the left, but well blocked by Amari Traore. Amari Traore has been doing the lost job defensively for the Malians. Just holding on to his waist. Doesn't look good at all. Tom Abongile just calls on the medicals. Yes, on the medics to come attend to him. You can see that challenge right there. It was indeed an era duel. Alongside Malik Diop. He landed on his waist awkwardly. That doesn't look good at all. Let's talk about Amari Traore. And for Mali, they have progressed past the quarterfinals 5 times. Far back in 1994, 2002, 2004, 2012, and 2023. Their only quarter-final defeat came in 2023, which was a 2-1 loss to Côte d'Ivoire after extra time. They have won 2 quarter-finals on penalties, 2012, 2013, and 3 in open play. 1-0 versus Egypt in 1994, 2-0 versus South Africa in 2002, and 2-1 versus Guinea in 2004. Finally, Aidara will be taken out of this game. Yeah, I thought as much. A man still clinging to his left shoulder. It doesn't look good at all. I'm sure man is feeling so much of pain right there. He's in discomfort. He cannot continue. And Nene will be introduced in this encounter. Talking about Nene Dogeles. Maximum goal poacher, just as we opened in the first half. Man definitely cannot continue. Aidara, he will be out for Nene to replace him in this encounter.
It was even a risk to have started in the second 45 minutes gone out, you know? We all saw that he was in serious pain, even though players at times, they don't want to exit such a game. They think they can still give their all. The medics also have known that the second 45 is not supposed to return. Well, it's better late than never. The substitution has been made. Let's hope that Nene will be able to bring that addition that Tom Saint Fate felt that Aidara has to have returned him for the second half in this one.
Well, for Papi Chow, yet to make a substitution for this Senegalese in this encounter. It's left to be seen how this game concludes. It's still far from over. 55 minutes on the clock. Mali nil, Senegal 1. Definitely West African derby. It's all about the Eagles of Mali versus the Teranga Lions of Senegal. Now ball in the hands of the Teranga Lions. They are dispossessed. Well, man brings down an eagle. A referee would definitely brandish another yellow card to a Senegalese player. Make that the second Senegalese player to be yellow carded, Habib Diarra. That was indeed a clear foul on Sangare. Sangare was definitely just sprinting away and was pulling his shot right there. Definitely goes into the referee's yellow box. And for Mali, they chose the Eagles as their nickname because the eagle symbolizes power, regality, and superiority in many cultures. A fitting emblem for a national football team aiming for dominance, similar to Nigeria's Super Eagles and Tunisia's Carthage Eagles. Absolutely, wow, what a save coming from Edward Mendy. That was indeed a beautiful free kick by the Malians. Looks more or less like a training routine. And for the defender of Mali, he was at the right place at the right time. How on earth did he find himself in that promising position? Abdoulaye Diaby. Well, for the Malians, they came so close to getting an equalizer. It will be a corner to be taken from the right-hand side. The Malians know that they can still get something out of this game. They are living by their nickname, the Eagles, which evokes a strength and a majestic presence on the African football scene. The corner is swung in, and outswinger headed away by Kalidou Koulibaly. Not totally out of danger, and now finds another Malian from the right-hand side. Hamari Traore with a long cross into the penalty box. Once again, headed away by Koulibaly. And the Senegalese definitely cleared their line totally. Now into the half of the Malians. Two players are fighting over this one. Habib Diarra wanted to just charge Ousmane Kamara, but will not get that one neatly. Now in the hands of the Malians. The Malians are gradually coming into this encounter. Still in their own half from the left-hand side. Man kicks that one long into the half of the Senegalese. Sent back by Koulibaly. Now a beautiful through pass, well intercepted by Krepin Diatta. And now to the Senegalese in the half of the Malians from right-hand side. Well intercepted by Aliou Dieng. Aliou Dieng just doing a yeoman's job in this encounter alongside Nathan Gassama. And for Senegal, they chose the Lions of Teranga nickname for its national football team to combine national pride and cultural values. And for the Lion, obviously, it symbolizes strength, royalty, and the historic regional power. As the Lions were seen as king figures. While Teranga, a Wolof word meaning exceptional hospitality and generosity, it reflects the warm, welcoming nature which is central to Senegalese culture, creating a unique identity of powerful but yet a gracious athlete. So yes, when you break down the nickname, the Lion It's a symbol of power. The lion is a traditional symbol of power and sovereignty in West African cultures. It is historically associated with the kings and rulers. It's also a national symbol. It serves as a powerful emblem for the national team, for the nation as well, and it's a football team representing bravery and dominance on the field. And for Teranga, it's a Wolof origin. Teranga comes from the Wolof language, one of Senegal's major languages. It's got a deep meaning. And now Senegal attacking into the penalty box. Wow, what indeed. What a square play by Sadio Mane inside the penalty box right there. And for the Malians, whenever the Senegalese attack them, they always look like a conceding. They need to be rock solid and of course watertight defensively. Talking about the Eagles of Mali, officially the Republic of Mali. It is a landlocked country in West Africa. It is the 8th largest country in Africa and the 23rd largest country in the world, with an area of over 1,240,192 square kilometers. The country is bordered to the north by Algeria, to the east by Niger, to the northwest by Mauritania, to the south by Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast, and to the west by Guinea and Senegal. The population of Mali is about 23.29 million, 47.19% of which are estimated to be under the age of 15 in 2024. Its capital and largest city is Bamako. The country has 13 official languages, of which Bambara is the most commonly spoken. Right about now, the referee is speaking his language, which is the addition of yellow cards. Diallo goes into the referee's bad books once again. Habib Diallo. That was indeed a foul on Hamari Traore. He was just pulling down Hamari Traore. He becomes the third Senegalese player to be yellow carded in this encounter. And now for the Senegalese, they are amassing all of the yellow cards, so they need to be careful. Shot on target, 1 to Mali, 3 to Senegal. Wow, what a save by Edward Mendy. But absolutely, man was indeed offside. Talk about the Senegalese who nodded that ball. It was a free kick and it was well swung into the penalty box. But it was caught offside. Jesse number 25 man right there for the Eagles of Mali. That was Ousmane Kamara. It will be double substitution for the Senegalese. About 26 man has seen enough. Pape Gueye, who has been yellow carded alongside Habib Diarra, both of whom have been yellow carded. They'll be taken out of this game. Diarra out of 4. Just number 6 man, Pathé Cis. Habib Diarra out of 4. Pathé Cis. Yet to get confirmation for the second player who will come in. Pape Gueye out of 4. Kamara. Lamine Kamara in for Pape Gueye. Just number 8 man right there. So yeah, let's go back to the statistics. Shot on target 1 to Mali, 3 to Senegal. Shot off target 1-4. Block shot 2-5. Ball possession 38% to Mali, 62 to Senegal. Corner kicks 4-4. Offside 3-0. Fouls 7 apiece. So throw-ins 10-10. Yellow cards 0-3. Red cards 1-0. Crosses 12-15. Goalkeeper saves 2-1. Goal kicks 6-0. The most important start after over and half being played right there at the Tangier Grand Stadium. Mali 0, Senegal 1. Maximum goal poacher. Both the gaffers are ringing in the substitutions. Seems as if the Malians will not go down without a fight. Despite that they are playing with 10 men, they are still being so eager to get an equalizer in this encounter.
And that's what Pape Thiaw has seen, that he, of course, decided to bring in fresh legs, Donald Senna, because the Senegalese have been quite sloppy. Perhaps a bit of complacency. Excuse me there. A bit of complacency because I thought, with Mali being a man down, they should be commanding the play. But that has not been the case. Rather, we've seen more of efforts coming from the Malians. Yes, you would say fancying an equalizer would not be far from it. But then again, it's a football. For that to happen, they just have to continue playing this way. The substitution could just change the tide of this game. That's the essence of having players on the bench. But so far, I think I have been impressed with how the Malians have been able to play despite being a man down against Senegal in this second half.
Yeah, most definitely. That's a poor starter to the second half from the Senegalese national team. Has now been punctuated by 2 yellow cards. Both of for sloppy fouls. Habib Diarra was shown the first of the yellow cards and has been joined in the book by Diallo. And there was another chance for Mali. Ousmane Kamara forcing another strong save from Edward Mendy. But the offside flag was raised, so it wouldn't have counted had it gone in. For Senegal, they have won 3 matches in open play. Last winning 4 at the same Afcon, that was far back in 2019. They have won their last 2 matches. The last one 3 in a row at the 2021 Afcon. Record that they defeated Sudan after conceding first. Their first such Afcon win since beating Ghana 2-1. That was far back in 2015. Record are proud to the Sudan win. They had failed to win their previous 6 matches when conceding first. The Sudan victory was their first Afcon knockout win after conceding first since beating Guinea 3-2. That was far back in 2006. And for the Senegalese, they are unbeaten in their last 15 Afcon matches, winning 10, drawing 5. Their longest run in the competition. Their last Afcon defeat came in the 2019 final, that was against Algeria. They have scored in their last 8 Afcon matches, make this one the last 9. And then they are now attacking from the left-hand side. Sadio Mane, just a pumping forward from the edge of the box. Wow, takes a strike. Wow, parried by the goalkeeper. Djigui Diarra. Sadio Mane. He saw that loophole. And guess what? He exploited it. For the Senegalese, they have been so sloppy in the second half. They need to put this game beyond the reach of the Malians. That was a fantastic strike by Sadio Mane, who has got 1 goal in this competition. So far, so good. Djigui Diarra, the goalkeeper of Mali, who was alive to his duty and responsibility. Will be yet another corner. The corners have been piling up in this encounter. Crepin Diatta will take this one from the left-hand side. Diatta standing by this one. Will it be an in-swinger and out-swinger? All men inside the penalty box for Senegal. It is swung in, headed, absolutely, wow! What a fine save again by Djigui Diarra. That was a fantastic header. Coming from the Senegalese right there, looking for the bottom right corner. Wow, what a header by Pathé, the man who was brought in his second 45 to replace Habib Diarra. That was a pinpoint header. A well delivered and of course a well tailored cross from Crepin Diatta to find Pathé into the penalty box. Yes, well nodded and of course well parried or well saved by Djigui Diarra. Maximum goal poacher in the last couple of minutes. Wow, for the Senegalese, they've come so close to doubling the advantage. And for Djigui Diarra, he has been the weapon fashion against the Senegalese.
Just have been about their business. That's exactly what Diarra has also been doing. He has literally kept Mali in this game with 2 point-blank saves that I can remember in the last 5 minutes. That's remarkable from a goalkeeper who had actually allowed this sole goal that they are suffering right now, slipping. It was his mistake, you recall, that the Malians actually took advantage, but he seems ready to redeem himself as far as this game is concerned. If he can just keep it up, more safe, because he should expect more of such strikes coming from the Senegalese. Let him just be on top of his game. I mean, they could just be stretching this from. Remember, the prediction is 1-1. I think Mali getting a red card seems to have spoiled that one for me. But from the look of things, the Malians have indeed shown that when you put them in a chaos situation, that is indeed when you actually get the best out of them. That has been the case for the Malians in the second half. Donald.
Yeah. What a game this has turned out to be. Just when we thought that because the Malians got an early red card in the first half, it was going to be a cakewalk or a stroll in the garden for the Senegalese. The Malians have shown that yes, they ain't here to joke at all. It will be yet another substitution being done by Tom Santa Fate, the Gaffer of Mali. Yes, for Jesma, 23 man. At the end, he has definitely seen enough, and of course, Diakite will now be introduced Aliou Dieng will be substituted for Jesma 37 man. Gausu Diakite. For Dieng, he had a player rating of 6.3. A place for Al Ahly Sports Club right there in Egypt has got a player rating of 6.3. Like I said earlier, he's 28 years old, a defensive midfielder. He made 29 accurate passes out of 29. He made that a perfect 100%. He made 2 defensive contributions. Well, the player is down on the top. Talk about Pathé when he went in for that header. I guess he landed awkwardly and currently being attended to by the medics. For Dieng, he committed just 1 foul. He wasn't fouled. He didn't win any aerial duel. Neither did he also win any grand duel. A man was not really so explosive in the first half, and of course the few minutes that he also played in the second half. For Pathé, he will have his head bandaged, but it looks set to continue. Play will now resume. It will be a throw into the Senegalese from the left-hand side in the half of the Malians. Well to be taken by Malik Diop. Taken quickly. The player is brought down. The referee says nothing. A play continues. A long one into the path of the Malian, just running through and goal, but not to be met by him. Koulibaly just passes that one to Edward Mendy, the goalkeeper. Mendy now to Moussa Niakate. Niakate back to Koulibaly. In the heart of the Senegalese defense. Back to Niakate, now back to Koulibaly. Koulibaly now to the goalkeeper, Edward Mendy. Edward Mendy in his 6-yard box. Passes it long to the right-hand side. Still with the Senegalese. Controlling the tempo of this game. Idrissa Gana Gueye. And now to Koulibaly. Koulibaly still with the ball. What will he do? Still waiting for a free man to pass the ball to. Now goes all the way to the left-hand side. And now finds his man right there in Malik Diop. Malik Diop goes back to Koulibaly, the skipper of the team. Not far from the halfway line. Now to Malik Diop. Diop now finds Sadio Mane. Moves into the half space. This draws a pass. Well, man is in this sandwich by 2 Eagles. Talking about Habib Diallo, who that pass was intended for. Well, what was that coming from the skipper of the Malian? Just pulling back Habib Diallo to just mutter some words to him. That was Hamari Traore complaining about something, and was just speaking to Malik Diop, as if to say Diop is his younger brother or his son right there. For Senegal, officially the Republic of Senegal, it is the westernmost country in West Africa, situated along the Atlantic Ocean coast. It borders Mauritania to the north, Mali to the east, Guinea to the southeast, and Guinea-Bissau to the southwest. Senegal nearly surrounds the Gambia, a country occupying a narrow strip of land along the banks of the Gambia River. A country that is definitely a footballing nation. Yes, a country occupying a narrow strip of land along the banks of the Gambia River, which separates Senegal's southern region of Casamance from the rest of the country. It also shares a maritime border with Cape Verde. The capital and largest city of Senegal is Dakar. There are 7 ethnic groups right there in Senegal. The Wolof people, which comprises of 39.7. The word Terenga actually is a Wolof word. There are the Fula people, the Sera people. We've got the Mandika, the Jola, Soninke, and others as well. The most populous religion is Islam, 97.2%. Christianity, 2.7%, and of course other, 0.1%. Their president is Basiru Diomaye Faye, now Ilimani Diaye, and now finds a Pathé, and now goes to Diatta from right hand side. Diatta, what will he do? And now finds a Cis, who has got a bandage on his head. And now to the left hand side, Senegal just passing the ball neatly from one player to another. What was that coming from Lamine Camara? Just aiming for goal. I want to say that the intention was right, but execution was not right at all. Another eagle eye view of the Tangier Grand Stadium right in Morocco. The inaugural match was played on the 26th of April 2011 between IR Tangier and Atletico Madrid B, which was followed by a match between Raja Casablanca and, of course, Atletico Madrid on the 27th of July. The stadium hosted the 2011 Trophy des Champions, in which Marseille beat Lille 5-4. It will be a double substitution for the Teranga Lions of Senegal. The goal scorer Iliman Ndiaye has definitely seen enough, and of course, we shall have a replay of that beautiful goal that was scored by Iliman Ndiaye. But you say better still a gift to him by the goalkeeper of Mali, Djigui Diarra. "74 minutes on the clock. Mali nil, Senegal 1. Yeah, Ndiaye in for Habib Diallo. That was indeed a double substitution by Pape Thiaw for Senegal. Definitely, man knows that this game is far from over. For Senegal, they are unbeaten in open play in their last 9 direct Afcon knockout matches. They last lost a direct knockout match in open play. That was far back in 2006. Semi-final against Egypt. Unbeaten in open play in their last 6 knockout matches across all stages. They are also unbeaten in their last 6 knockout matches against West African opponents, winning 5, drawing 1. Maximum goal poacher, 75 minutes on the clock. If you were to be in the shoes of Tom Centerfint, what will you be telling your players? It's a now or never.
That's established already, Donald. They know it. It's now or never. Yes, you can see the whole intensity of this game starting to tell on the players. A while ago, we saw how Sis, of course, getting
well, absolutely, Bobby right there. Sis, wow, what a save! Maximum goal poacher, did you see that? The Senegalese had a big chance to just double the advantage. The Malians wanted to build attack from the back. They were caught snapping, and of course, Pathé stole the ball. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, more or less like a penalty. That was indeed a beautiful save by Djigui Diarra. Once again, Diarra saving the Malians.
It's been a while. I saw that if they were to lose anyway, I'd say that man stands out to be the man of the match. He has kept Mali in this game. That's a 50-50 opportunity there. A chance that should have been taken by Sis. The goalkeeper, he made himself really big for that defender, and he decided to dive towards his right. That's the right decision, stopping that goal-bound attempt. What a game he's having on a night that his side is actually down. I mean, it took him a while to actually come to the party, but I am excited that he's putting up a show. He's not going down, after that mistake. He's making atonement for what he actually did earlier in the game. We have to give it to this Djigui Diarra. He stood out in this game, a game that is definitely short of a standout player. Sadio Mane, we've seen him a couple of times, but the Sadio Mane, you and I know, yes, definitely can do better than this. Where is Sinayoko? He's nowhere to be seen. On a night like this, it's his goalkeeper that is actually coming to the party.
Wow, quite interesting. The shot stopper coming to the party on a night like this. After he gifted a goal to the Senegalese, like the maximum goal poacher said, doing well to atone for his mistakes, redeeming himself. Djigui Diarra has got a player rating of 6.6. A place for young Africans. He's a 30 years old, a goalkeeper. Man has made 2 saves inside the box, 3 diving saves, 1 high claim, 2 accurate long balls out of 16. That's a meager 13%. 3 accurate passes out of 17, or rather out of 18. That's a meager 17%. But what matters most is just saving the balls. He's a goalkeeper. And now Mali attacking from the left-hand side. Lassana Koulibaly, who once again they lose ball possession. Pathé looking for that beautiful one too. With the man who was brought in the second 45, Ibrahim Mbaye. And now in the penalty box of the Senegalese, they'll just shoot the ball. It will roll out of play peacefully for a goal kick to the Senegalese. Where for the Senegalese, it seems as if they just want to run down the clock 87 minutes right there. And for the Malians, they ain't giving up just yet. Seems as if the Senegalese have taken their feet off the gas or even off the pedal. It is still all to play for. But we know that in a football game, 1-0 scoreline, so slim. So slim. It can definitely swing either way. Just in a blink of an eye. And now Senegal attacking. And they have spaces. A path assist. And now finds a Diatta. Back to Assis. And now to Ganagueye. Back to Assis. Assis with a cross-field pass to the left-hand side. Well chested by Malik Diop. Diop now to Idrissa Ganagueye. Ganagueye moving. And now finds Sadio Mane from the left-hand side. Sadio Mane looking to move into the half spaces. Nice at the penalty box. We just look at the beating Hamari Traore. It will be a corner to the Senegalese. And what a job being done by Hamari Traore on Sadio Mane. So far, so good. He has refused to be beaten by the Al-Nassr forward. Another corner to the Senegalese. Well, in this game so far, so good. Maximum goal poacher. Both the teams have not done it by just utilizing their set pieces, be the corner or even free kicks in promising position.
I think, you mentioned it earlier, I just seem as if for the Senegalese, I mean, they've studied this game and they have come to the conclusion that the best approach would be to run down the clock. But I think it's a wrong decision that could just backfire. We have 10 minutes. 10 minutes can actually produce a number of goals if opportunities are taken. Yes, you might say the set piece have not been utilized effectively. It is football. Sometimes we have games like that where you win a handful of set piece and nothing comes out of it. Nigeria comes to mind. We are very, fond of creating those opportunities, but letting nothing. Not the Super Eagles in Afcon though. In the years past is what I'm looking at right now. But for Senegal, I think they would do well by getting a goal to just seal this victory, but it's not a comfortable place to be. 1-0, and boom, before you know it, Mali could just get an equalizer to take this game into extra time.
Oh, well, two players are down on the turf. Talk about the Koulibalys. It was a clash of heads. Head collision by Lassana Koulibaly and, of course, Kalidou Koulibaly. Lassana Koulibaly of Mali and, of course, Kalidou Koulibaly of Senegal. It was a swinging corner and, of course, both the players went for the ball. An area duel and they both collided. Yet another substitution being done by the Malian. El Bilal has now been introduced. It will be a triple substitution. Jesma Toriman, Mamadou Sangare has seen enough. Will be taken out of this game. Man will jog out of the field. Yeah, substitutions completed for the Malians. Well, both the players are back on their feet. Lassana Koulibaly and, of course, Kalidou Koulibaly. Toure in for Sinayoko. And, of course, Koulibaly now out for Mohamedou Doumbia. Those are the substitutions. Not forgetting Doumbia out for, or rather not forgetting Sangare out for Doumbia. Make that 5 substitutions completed for the Eagles of Mali. This is still Eagles 7. A foul right there on the Malian. A referee will dish another yellow card to a Senegalese player. That's Ibrahim Baye. Ibrahim Baye, who was brought in the second 45 to replace Eleman Ndiaye. That was a foul on the Malian international. Nene. And now Diakate will go into the referee's bad books. Yellow card is just pouring in like water. We can see the laser light. Not good at all. And Baye goes into the referee's yellow books. Maximum goal poacher, I thought that the laser light has been dealt with by the organizers of this Cup of Nations. But it seems as if some players have, or rather some fans have just small good the laser light into this game. We saw that a couple of moments ago on the face of a Malian player. And now ball in the hands of the Malians. A long gone into the path of the Senegalese, but it had already rolled out of play. As such, to be a throw-in to the Senegalese. Well, the skipper of Mali just smiling right there, Hamari Traore. Oh, what a yeoman's job he has done on Sadio Mane. Throwing taken quickly by Sadio Mane. Quickly, they lose ball possession. Shot inside the area. 5 to Mali, 9 to Senegal. And now ball goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Jigui Diarra. Who takes a long one into the half of the Senegalese. Headed out by Kalidou Koulibaly. The man has been so rock solid. Of course, what attack defensively for the Teranga Lions. A throw-in taken quickly by the Malians. Players brought down. It will be a free kick to the Malians. Senegalese need to be careful if they don't also want to have a player sent off. Record they've got the numerical advantage. And it seems as if in this second 45, that numerical advantage has not really shown that much. The Malians have been so compact and, of course, organized. A free kick swung it into the area. Headed once again by Koulibaly. Man has been winning all of the area duel. And now Sadio Mane in their own half. Kicked away by the defender. And now they will chase that one. Yes, Mbaye gets to that ball first before the Malian. Still with Mbaye. Just a pass at the penalty box. Wow, what was man thinking? He just dilly-dallied. A fantastic defensive job being done by the skipper of the team, Amari Traore. But then again, if that had gone into the back of the net, still will not count. Referee blows off offside. Well, what a class by the defender of the Senegalese. Just landed into the half of the Malians. A recall up player had already attacked. Mbaye got to that one first. And now, Mali attacking from the left. Just my 7-man. Who was brought in? It will be a corner. The man has got so much pace and, of course, energy to burn. And Nene Dogeles. He will take this corner from the left. 85 minutes on the clock. The Malians definitely smelling blood. The Senegalese are still hanging on. Could this be a corner that will result into a goal? From the left, and Nene Dogeles whips in across and in swinger. Still with the Malians. Wow, a man was just looking at a dominating two players, but he's dispossessed. And now Senegal attacking. A beautiful cross of field pass was the part of Mbaye from Idrissa Gana Gueye. And now Mbaye just slows down the tempo and finds Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane slows down. Wow, beats his man beautifully well. And now to the left. Malik goes all the way back to Sis, who has got a bandage on his head. Now Mbaye from the left. Mbaye looking to skip past his man. And now goes to the byline. Back to Sis. Sis moving forward. Sis now to Gana Gueye. Now they go to the right hand side with Crepin Diatta with a pull out into the penalty box. Still with the Senegalese. Gana Gueye in the half of the Malians, capping the Malians in their own half. 86 minutes on the clock right about now. Sadio Mane, one-on-one with the Traore. Sadio Mane, now they lose ball possession, now to the Malians. The Malians now looking to attack. A beautiful Trivela pass, well blocked by the player of Senegal. Gana Gueye, what a job he's doing now. Sis slips. And now they recover quickly. Sadio Mane inside the penalty box from the left. Still with Sadio Mane. Traore closing him down. They push him out of the box. Sadio Mane draws down beautifully well to Mbaye. A bumpy for Mbaye inside the penalty box. Wow! Oh, what a defensive job by Abdoulaye Diaby. Mbaye has been a thorn in the flesh of the defenders of Mali. And for Abdoulaye Diaby, he has been so rock solid. A no-nonsense defender. 87 minutes on the clock. 0700 2255 1037. 0700 2255 1037. The other line 081 2782 8497. 081 2782 8497. The WhatsApp portal 0706 728 0732. It will be a corner to the Senegalese from the left hand side. Well swung in, headed away by the defender right there, Ousmane Kamara. Deep into the half of the Senegalese. Now the goalkeeper will come out to take this one. Edward Mendy. Let me go out to take this call as well. Hello, good evening. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Do have to call us back. 88 minutes on the clock. Can Mali do something miraculous in this encounter? They are praying all the way from Bamako to Morocco. Interestingly, all 4 open play quarter-final defeats were by a single goal margin. I'm talking about the Senegalese. And they've also won quarter-finals in 2002, 2006, 2019 and 2021. The only quarter-final decided on penalties was the 2017 loss to Cameroon. 89 minutes on the clock. Senegal attacking from the left. Ghana Gueye driving like a driver. Now to Sadio Mane. Ghana Gueye is down. The referee blows his whistle to be a yellow card to a Malian. Yes, that was indeed a foul on Idrissa Gana Gueye. You can see Lamine Camara telling the referee that man has now been booked for the second time. Or maybe that was his second warning. Hamari Traore. That was indeed a beautiful turn by Gana Gueye, and he was just recklessly tackled by Hamari Traore. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good evening. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. Kindly do it to call us back. Traore has now been yellow carded. It will be a free kick to the Senegalese. They will take all of the time in the world before they take this one. 89 minutes on the clock. 89 minutes on the clock. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
My name is
Good evening. What's the name and where are you calling from?
My name is Tunde. I'm calling from Ota.
Welcome, Tunde, all the way from Ota.
This match, Jackson not play. What happened? Jackson.
He's on the bench.
Okay. How many times you have scored in this tournament? Sadio Mane.
He has scored 1 goal.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, all the way from Ota. Plus 7 minutes of additional time in honor of Eagles 7 maximum goal poacher.
Well, of course, need I remind you, for those who are thinking, well, this game is dead and buried, that the Malians actually scored in the 119th minute thereabouts. So it's not yet over as far as this one is concerned. A couple of minutes, we've seen added minutes, 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7 minutes added. So let the Malians just enjoy this last 7 minutes. I think it's been very impressive how they approach the second half. They are not going to be, losing this one with their head bowed. I think they can actually walk out with their head held up high with confidence because they gave it a fight. They didn't just go down and allow the Senegalese to steamroll them, just as we were expecting in the second half. So, like I said, it's something that they should be proud of, but it's not yet over until we hear the sound of that final whistle and keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, Senegal attacking from right-hand side. Now find Sadio Mane at the edge of the box. Sadio Mane to the penalty box. So well blocked by the defender of Mali. Yes, that was Ousmane Kamara. Wow, ball hits the woodwork. Oh, what was that? Coming from the Senegalese. Wow, that would have been the winner of this encounter. Lamine Kamara. So unlucky. You can see even the goalkeeper of Mali, Jigui Diarra, just screaming at his defenders. Once again, another yellow card being shown to a Senegalese, Kalidou Koulibaly. That's the captain of the team. Or for a foul on Nene. And now 2 players have now been fouled or have now been yellow carded for just fouling Nene from the left-hand side. Definitely this game, you can't take your eyes off it. But what a strike coming from Lamine Kamara. That was a volley just from outside of the 18-yard box. It was well parried by the goalkeeper. He punched it and it hit the bar. That was indeed a fine and of course a big save by Jigui Diarra. What a volley from Lamine Kamara. And now a free kick to be taken by Doumbia from the left-hand side. Doumbia, just about 8 man, standing by this one for the Malians. Kamara zooms in on Edouard Mendy. This can be so dicey, so dangerous. Swung in, headed away by the Senegalese. Now to the Malians. Deep in the half of the Senegalese. Doumbia from the left. Doumbia one-on-one with his marker. Caught into the half spaces. Still with Doumbia. And now Doumbia finds another teammate. Oh, what was that coming from the Jesma to the 7-man of Mali? That was indeed a waste of all. You need not be wasting the ball from that promising position. Ibrahim Mbaye. who has been yellow carded. Some center feet still applause him. 93 minutes on the clock. Recall it was a plus 7 minutes of additional time. 4 minutes of additional time to go. A goal kick to the Senegalese. Edward Mendy will take all of the time in the world to take this one. But remember, there's the 8 seconds rule. He urges his players to just move into the half of the Senegalese. Yeah, look at the fans right there. They're already celebrating. They know they've got 1 feet in the semi-final of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. The Senegalese are now attacking in the half of the Malians. A man drops a pass to the right-hand side. Mbaye slows it down. Mbaye. And now goes all the way back to just my 8th man. Lamine Camara now to Diatta. Diatta moves into the half spaces. Not far from the center circle now to Pathesis. Just in the half of the Malians. Sadio Mane just dishing out instructions. Orchestrating things. The Senegalese are not rushing anymore. Just taking it one step at a time. Now to Crepin Diatta from the right. Diatta. Still moving Diatta. Moves into the half spaces. Wow, beautiful movement from Diatta. Moves like Messi. And now to Idrissa Gana Gueye driving like a driver. And now finds Sadio Mane inside the penalty ball from the left-hand side. Sadio Mane! Wow! Looking for a finesse or a coiler. Well parried by the goalkeeper once again. Diarra definitely putting in a man of the match performance. What a coiler. That's what you call banana in local parlance by Sadio Mane. Diarra will not bulge. And now Mbaye attacking. Gana Gueye looking to find Sadio Mane, but he just passed literally to the Malian. Mali now attacking. Man bumping forward. Inside the half of the Senegalese is brought down by 6. The referee says what? He blows for a foul. Oh, wow, what a charge from Amari Traore. Man was moving like a wrecking bull. He was moving like a train without brakes. Amari Traore was well brought down by his marker. Once again, that strike by Sadio Mane. Looking to find the bottom left corner. A well parried by Djigui Diarra. Wow, man is not immortal. Djigui Diarra, who plays for Young Africans. It's be a free kick to the Malians. Doumbia headed away by 6. And now to the Senegalese. The Senegal attacking. Mbaye from the right. Mbaye bumping forward. Now Mbaye looking just square down 1-2. The path off the man who was running through on goal. But no. And now to the Malians. It's end-to-end stuff right here. It's be a throw-in. Tom Ambongile, the South African referee, definitely enjoying this encounter. Diakite, who was brought down by Pathesis, just in front of Pape Chow. You can see Sis doesn't even care. Even with the bandage on his head, you can see that there is blood just still showing on his head, but he won't care. Absolutely, the fat lady sings right there at the Tangier Grand Stadium. And for the Teranga Lions of Senegal, they become the first nation to book their spots in the semi-final of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Yes, the lone goal was scored in the first half. The goal came in the 27th minute by Iliman Ndiaye, who plays for Everton Football Club. Recorded for Wes Bissouma, who plays for Everton, or rather Tottenham right there in the English Premier League. He got 2 yellow cards and his matching orders in the first half. They came into second 45. No goal was scored. At the end of the day, it was the long goal by Iliman Ndiaye that gets the Senegalese into the semi-final of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Yes, it's a full time right there at the Tangier Grand Stadium. Mali nil, Senegal 1. Senegal proceed. They qualify to the semi-final of the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. They can now roll from Dakar to Morocco. You can see Afcon. Man is definitely happy. Hugs Koulibaly. And of course, other players right there. The Senegalese have put the chestnut out of the fire. The Senegal Lions can roar. They can roar. They can roar. Yes, so we've got our first semi-finalist, maximum goal poacher, 2021 champions of the Africa Cup of Nations, looking to reclaim their crown. The Senegal Lions roar all the way from Dakar to Morocco, right in Tangier.
Congratulations to, Pape Thiaw. It's a solid performance. I think they should count themselves lucky because the red card suffered by the captain of Mali actually cost them this victory because I was expecting war. We kind of saw that war show up towards the end of proceeding. The last 20 minutes was indeed a feisty one. But I think after all said and done, what can one say than to congratulate the Senegalese for emerging as the first semi-finalists of the 2025 African Cup of Nations. For the Malians, I think they've done well. They have failed to actually win a game in open play, but haven't come this far. You just have to commend them for digging deep, for fighting hard, for not throwing in the towel when everyone was expecting them to. Who could tell that they were actually playing a man down? If you came in and you saw only the second 45 of this game and you were not told that they suffered a red card, you barely noticed that. What about the goalkeeper? Kiki Diarra was out of this world. It just seemed as if the red card reminded him of the need to save his country. Only if they had been able to at least score a goal, maybe we could have seen this game pressed into at the time. But that is not the case. So we just have to congratulate them while they go and enjoy this victory, waiting for the winner between Egypt and the Ivory Coast.
Okay, now let's look at the statistics after full time. Shots on target 2-2 Mali, 8-2 Senegal. Shots off target 3-2 Mali, 6-2 Senegal. Block shots 3-5. Ball possession 34% to 66. Corner kicks 5-7. Offside 3-1. Fouls 8-14. Throw-ins 17-15. Yellow card 1-5. Red card 1-0. Crosses 15-22. Counter attacks 0-2. Goalkeeper saves 7-2. Goal kicks 9-3. Most important stats after full time. Quarterfinals, Mali have been knocked out. Senegal progressed to the semi-final. Absolutely. And there goes the full-time whistle. It wasn't their greatest performance, but Senegal are heading to the semi-finals and Mali are heading home. Iliman Ndiaye got the only goal of the game in the first half, and it was enough to send his side into the final four. Djigui Diarra was the man at fault for that opening goal, but atoned for his error with a string of big saves, particularly in the second half. Senegal will face either Egypt or Ivory Coast in the first of Wednesday's semi-finals. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Now 9 minutes gone past the of 9, January 9. Rather, 9 minutes gone past the of 7, January 9, 2026. With that being said, here's where the cookie crumbles. Here's where the fat lady sings. Here's our drop Afcon to this edition of Ultimate Football Experience. Right on your champions dial, Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. A very big thank you to the sport fans out there for always riding with us. God bless you immensely. Yes, we shall still have our studio open for the Ultimate Football Experience. We shall get all of the updates and of course a blow-by-blow account of the game that will go down by 8 p.m. Courtesy the maximum goal poacher right there on a back passer belt. Yes, yours should be back on the MIC tomorrow by 12 noon for everything. Saturday Sports Zone. And of course, after Saturday Sports Zone, we shall also transition into the Ultimate Football Experience. For the big one, it doesn't get bigger, better than that. Talk about the Desert of Foxes or the Fairness of Algeria versus Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yours truly, alongside the maximum goal poacher, will also still be on deck. So basically, it's about non-stop sportainment right on your champions dial, Eagle 7 Sports Radio, 103.7 FM. No other radio station does it better. Do what's up for yourself a beautiful night's rest. Before I go, this one says, I congratulate Malians too. The team performed well. Yes, they have reached a full stop. Another opportunities on the way. Good work from Eagle 7, from Reverend Zachariah right here in Wasimi. He says tomorrow is the D-Day. Absolutely one for the road. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. PGP of the MIC. Yeah, this is Bola Ibola calling you from the Shagawili.
Welcome.
As a matter of fact, I think that game is full of drama. You understand? As a matter of fact, at some point, we did not even aware that 10 men of Mali is playing Senegal in that form. Despite the fact that Diarra has caused a kind of strong damage in the first half by allowing that goal to come in, he has come out in the second half to redeem his image to the Malians. And as a matter of fact, I think to that of the Senegal, I think that Senegal did not take their time, on time, but that goal saved them to carry the day. As a matter of fact, I think Malians have called a kind of exposure to that team of Senegal, that if you can be able to hold them that well, you can be able to have a shot from them. So, as a matter of fact, I give it up for Mali from being in the African cuisine football that they have given us tonight. And again, to Senegal, that have really made their first quarterfinal. I think it's the first semi-final of this tournament. It's a congratulations one for them. As a matter of fact, I think I want us to check the Super Eagles tomorrow to have this kind of situation. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. With that being said, yes, I'll drop Uncle totally until tomorrow. Keep soaring with the Eagles on Eagles 7 Sports Radio 103.7 FM. The conversation continues online. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. Donaldo_BGP. Do what's up for yourself a beautiful night's rest. Enjoy the rest of the transmission. Morocco versus Cameroon. Do what's up for yourself a beautiful and a wonderful weekend, and don't allow the weekend waking you to the end. I remain yours in sports, Donald Senna, aka Donaldo, the big game player.